G'day folks, yeah, another day in lockdown paradise. Still with time on my hands. Just look, the tomato seedlings are growing, so it's always something cool to look at each day. I've actually tipped the middle of them and they'll grow 2 main sprouts because of that. So what was initially 7 has now become 3, but that's cool. It means they're the 3 strong ones. Every now and then I walk out the door and grab a teaspoon of pay dirt and yeah, whack it in my pan, and I'm not sure if you can hear it, but there's a little bit of weight in there. So that's from Queensland, so about $100 worth, which really doesn't worry me, the cost. If it means you get to keep your sanity, that's pretty small price to pay, and you get the benefit of keeping the gold. We've even got here, a little bit hard to see, but we do have carrots. This guy here, not too sure if you can see him. But yeah, we've got some carrots going too. Yeah, there you go. And there's a bunch of seeds. It's amazing. For about $1.70, you get about 500 seeds. It takes about 2 weeks for them to germinate, and if you spread them out 1 week there, 1 week there, you get them coming up at different times. But that's actually not what this video is about. This video is an update for, give us a look, let's come around and have a look at the name, for Franken Sluice. Yes, we can see that there. And initially, if you've seen the other videos, you will know that I built Franken Sluice for a little bit of lockdown boredom fun. I'm just putting on the top section, and I've bought. Now, what I've done is I've replaced what was the 3-4 pieces of industrial grade scours for one long piece of miner's moss, and it sits in there pretty nicely. You might recall this guy come up here and attached onto the inside here, and you could even adjust the angle of the feeder chute, so that was pretty cool. Then I am keeping one little piece of scour at the back, just so it's like a foil. It's like a race car. And then we've got a little catcher trap here as well. Now, I'm going to take this back off. We'll just give you another quick look. Even had the little wraparound wire section to put tent pegs into to hold it in place. So let's take that off. And now, what I'll do is, hang on, we'll just move it here. Now, there are holes underneath. There are 2 holes, which are easily fixed with a bit of gaffer tape if that's what I choose to do. And also, we do have holes here. So what I'm going to do is I've decided I might sometimes, maybe not all the time, and actually it works out if I put this back a certain distance, it covers the first hole, so it's only really the back hole there that I'd have to gaffer tape up if it worried me. But yeah, check it out. The little Gold Rat fits inside Franken Sluice perfectly. So if I was sluicing and I missed anything up here, we then have another section with the gold moss to catch it. So I think that's kind of fortuitous. Yeah, check it out. Fits in perfectly. You wouldn't read about that. So can't win lotto. So you know, a little bit of luck here and there. Now this miner's moss, it wasn't expensive. It was only about $14 on eBay. Look, it's cool, and I like the way it's one piece as opposed to what was all the other little, the black scour stuff, but it's a bit tighter than what I expected. And if I hold this up, you might see in the middle that it actually, it does thin out a little bit, and it's a bit more to what I expected. So what I'm going to do is, on the underneath, so I don't bugger it up, where my thumb is, I'm going to do a little test drill and see if I can't put a few little divots into it, and hopefully get down a little bit better to that other section in the middle here that's a little bit looser and will catch better, I think. At the worst, I'll do a few, just a few little pinprick type drill holes all the way through it. But yeah, the minute they get filled up with black sand, they won't be catching gold. So as much as I like the fact that this is one piece, it is a little bit tight on the top. Give us a look. So, you know, not all miner's moss is the same, it turns out. It does actually work out. You can buy a similar product from Clark Rubber. It's matte, and it's the same size as this, but double the width. And for about $26, you can get 2 little sluice box miner's moss arrangements happening. So what we're going to do is we're going to call this, Franken Sluice update. And then I'm going to experiment a little bit with the drill, nothing too drastically, and if I fuck it up, well, I can turn it over and sit it on the bottom, so it's not the end of the world. And yeah, and also what I'll do is I'll put just a couple on the side here. I'll put just a couple, one hole each side, and if I want, I can either put a bolt or even just a little bit of garden wire just to hold that in place. And even then, I don't think I really need to. It looks like the weight of this guy, being well built, Gold Rat stainless steel, would hold this one down, but you could certainly secure it if you want. But overall, because I do see a few of the YouTube vids and they all say they lose a little bit of gold. So I figured to marry the two up, not such a bad idea. But this little guy, yeah, I really wasn't going to use it again until after I got this one, Franken Sluice. So it was only ever going to be for a bit of fun, but as this type of dictates, you can see it's just a bit of a hobby thing. And now I've got this guy with the dream mat. But yeah, I think it's found a purpose as a secondary catchment. So all right, I'm going to leave it at that, and in the knowledge that hopefully, what are we? We're about 14th of October. Possibly in 3 weeks I could be up bush and using it all, so that's pretty exciting. Anyway, stay well until then, and it's a nice sunny day. They were predicting rain, but Melbourne in springtime. Welcome to Crazy Town. Hooroo.